But when you all are jumping out and you want to run and you want to fight the police, we have to ask the question, what is the root of that? What's happening in our community that our people are responding this way?
Yeah, I think what the argument's going to be is, oh, you drop a black cop into a racist institution and he's going to become racist against black people. That's the argument. There will be no discussion other than perhaps on this show, and we'll try to spark one among other people, is like, if you drop a young black man's mindset or mind into a culture that says F authority and you don't have to respect authority and you should run from the police, then don't be shocked that people that have one of the highest stress jobs in all of the world get frustrated when there's non-compliance and lose their cool and faculties and do something criminal. And that's not excusing the police, but it's just like a real honest conversation that, and I get why Cyril and Davis, particularly at this time, can't engage in that conversation, but those of us in the media certainly have the freedom to engage in that situation. And if our young people are going to continually grow up in a culture, and it's not even the young people. Let's say that Tyree Nichols has two great parents that are heavily involved in his life. But if he grows up in a culture, and Memphis certainly seems to be a part of this culture in terms of the swallowing of hip hop and baby mama culture and the worship of women and the matriarchal system and a lack of respect for male leadership and authority, Memphis certainly has that, and many black communities have that. We need to what does that do to our kids, and does that make them exhibit behavior that puts them in jeopardy in any encounter with law enforcement or authority? With a coach, last week I saw a video of some young kid just talking crazy to his teacher. And the teacher eventually snapped and beat him up, and the teacher was wrong. But he's literally sat there and took like 10 minutes of this kid just talking crazy. Like, nobody should ever talk to an authority figure, a teacher, anybody like that. But we've promoted social media, and everybody's promoted this mentality of disrespect for authority. And you know, we talk about it constantly on this show. But when you abandon the natural order, and you celebrate abandoning the natural order, man, woman, and child, family, and all that comes along with that structure, when you abandon all that, don't be shocked that you keep running into problems with authority figures, regardless of what color they are, regardless of what age they are. These 5 police officers, I think the longest one had been on the force 6 years. And so I think they started having a black police chief like 12 years ago. And so these police officers in Memphis have grown up under black leadership and certainly, you know, aren't members of the KKK. What is it about what's coming out of our young people that put us in constant conflict with authority?
Right. Because we can say, why are the police reacting to people over simple traffic stops? But we have to ask the question, why are we responding this way to simple traffic stops? You know, even if your license are revoked, why are you running and fighting and trying to, you know, not in this instance, but I'm thinking about the one in Atlanta when he tried to reach for the police's taser. Why are you responding this way in simple traffic stops when you can just do what you're supposed to do and move on? It would be different, and we've seen this, I think, with Philando Castile, when he let them know he had a firearm and he really wasn't doing anything in his seatbelt and was still shot. But when you all are jumping out and you want to run and you want to fight the police, we have to ask the question, what is the root of that? What's happening in our community that our people are responding this way, or people in general, black or white? What are we doing? Are we creating something that's going to be worse, or are we helping the situation? And I think we're making things worse by the way we respond and the way we fail to have these hard conversations. The blame, we always have to go back and look at the home and look at the family, and what are we teaching these kids? We have to do that, but for some reason, that's a hard conversation that we don't like to have. Sometimes even amongst each other, it's always easier to point the finger and blame someone else. And that's what we've started to do even with this situation. Just to say these are the faces of white supremacy is, again, pointing the finger at somebody else instead of pointing the finger to the home and the way where it started. Because he could have easily, as you said, complied. And we have an issue with conflict resolution skills across the board. So why did these officers respond this way? And why did Tyree respond the way that he did? We have got to go back to the home, go back to the beginning, and teach people how to respond to conflict. Because all of this, I'm going to beat your ass, and you ain't going to do this, and who you think you are, and it don't always end up well. This is when keeping it real goes wrong on both sides.
If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe to our channel so you'll be sure to see similar videos from BlazeTV, with the added bonus of signaling YouTube that your voice and opinion still matters. And if you're looking for more great conservative content, check out one of the 2 videos suggested here. And let's go.